Man, was good. Chat was good. It's good to see y'all, man. It's good to see y'all. I hope y'all doing fine on this blessed day, y'all. I hope y'all doing fine on this blessed day. We have a lot to discuss today, but this also will lead into a PvE discussion revolving around Prima Dawn and Ferryman, actually. Because, first off, let me just say something, okay? A lot of people on my head, I saw this. Sometimes I'll just be lurking in chats, right? I'll just be lurking. Sometimes it's important to see, you know what I'm saying, what the average player is talking about and thinking. See what I'm saying, right? I see a lot of contempt, specifically towards me. They're like, oh, I killed the out of Yonshul method, dude. I killed it. What is Agamatsu doing to the game? They should not let him cook. Who do you think introduced the out of Yonshul? The relics you use. How was an Archmage's head telling to add them? Who you think responsible for the shit you farmed? Oh. As soon as they dropped the damn spire, the rain spire, immediately I was like, bro, relics, please. It will be a hit with the community. And guess what, nigga? You over here complaining about the relics that were a hit with the community. So, what am I trying to say here? Let me cook. Okay, let me cook. I know Ferryman, chat, let me address Ferryman. I know Ferryman was good. Oh, he was. And first off, let me say that not everything that I requested for that update was implemented correctly. Let me just say that. The idea was that Ferryman would get slashed, but he gets legendary weapons. Prima Dawn would inherit his relic rates, if that makes sense, right? So Prima Dawn was supposed to be like Ferryman, but just fighting Prima Dawn instead, right? Maybe they give him something else because you have to deal with gankers. That wasn't implemented. At the moment, the small fucking baby gem chest is still the only way you can get relics. That's trash. Prima Dawn is still bad, so before motherfuckers get upset, bro, you can't even get, what is it called? Yeah, exactly. If the update came out correctly as I requested, Prima Dawn would be the new spot. Bro, he's shit. So I'll ask again. I'll ask one more time. But let me preface by saying, okay? Let me turn off my AC. Let me preface by saying this, okay? See, even though it was my idea to give it to Archmage, you have to realize something, chat. Not every single idea always gets implemented. Sometimes, a lot of times, like half my rambles, I'd say 80 to 70% of my rambles are like a miss, right? Don't really get implemented. 20, I'd say, are like, those are like when I actually like, I'll talk to Archmage and be like, yo, like this, I feel like it's actually a big deal. Archmage will sometimes consider something and be like, nah, we have a reason we have something set up like this, right? There'll be something they'll be like, no, we don't want to do that yet because we want something for the future. An example, right? This is just an easy example to understand. I was suggesting talents once, right? I suggested a couple spit talents. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if you're fire and you have like 70 charisma, you spit on them, it sets them on fire, something simple. And then you get like extra, you know, whatever with flame was. I was just spitballing ideas. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? Just to get the idea out there. He said, Agamatsu, we're not going to do any spit talents because in the future, we're going to add more taunts to the game. So from my understanding, not just spits, right? That's just the easy example of we're doing things like this, so we're not going to do it. And in the future, we're going to want to do this. I told Archmage the Ferryman idea. He completely agreed. He agreed. Okay, he agreed. So this is my theory, right? He agreed, but he might have taken things to the next level. What do I mean by this? He might have made it to where the current bosses we have now aren't going to be the relic farmers. Right? Right now, we only have Diluvian, and I know. Don't worry, I know. Motherfuckers act like I don't grind shit, bro. I do. I understand, bro. Because Diluvian just wasn't as efficient, it still is not, technically, as the constant idols you would get from Ferryman. Those were nice. It was. Arguably, I know, bro, it was. Nigga, I farmed it too. And Diluvian, it's good, but you don't get it as frequently as Ferryman, right? So what might have happened was, my theory at least, is that Archmage removed relics being like god tier from any boss, right? Which was just mainly Ferryman. But for all bosses, he's like, okay, they're going to be this way. Then he's saving relics for the next level of debooking PvE, right? Does that make sense? And so it would be like, okay, Ferryman is no longer the relic farmer, but we're going to delegate that to some things in Conquest. Maybe new PvE in Conquest. And then certain world events. So, for example, maybe there's like a world event, right? I'm just spitballing idea. Where there's like a new giant. You guys, I don't know if you guys have ever played Demon Souls. There's like a giant motherfucker, like tall ass knight with a giant shield. He's like this tall, you're like this. Giant ass motherfucker. Maybe they had a boss like that. And that motherfucker has mad armor on him. That nigga might be the armor, like the armor's needle motherfucker relic dropper. You see what I'm saying, right? Maybe they give him some unique loophole. The idea is with world events, they're trying to give all of them unique loopholes and something to go to them for. On top of that, they could smack what's it called? Those relics, because those bosses will be in the overworld, right? And will reasonably, I assume, be a lot more tough than the bosses we have nowadays. And so my theory is that maybe that was his plan, right? Because like I said, just because I suggest an idea doesn't mean it's 100% implemented the way I originally planned it. There's several examples of that. So what I'm thinking was, right, if he doesn't buff Primadon, if I ask him and he says no, right, or he says, the idea is he saw my idea, but now he recognized that something was wrong, and now he's preparing for the future, right? The only issue is for us, bro, we only have Diluvian to farm. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I understand. I know motherfuckers really Diluvian, like, what's up? I understand. That's why I said when it came to the update, it's always about kind of staying at the same level, going up, or there's going to be a lot of, what is it called? There's going to be a lot of discontent for an update like that. This is why I always suggest things to start off rare, to start off difficult, to start off X, Y, and Z. Because guess what, chat? If you have something that is like consistently easy and consistently good to farm, if they nerf that, it is a huge anti, like, people hate it sort of update. Some people will be like, oh, that's good. It was too strong anyway. But a fair amount of people, a lot more casual players, are just going to dislike it. So that's why I think the strategy is to always release something that is genuine. If they want it to be rare, generally release it extra rare, right? That way they can then adjust from there, because it's easier and it's only going to be like positive player reception wise, right? Because, oh, well, they made it more common. Yay, that's a W update, right? But if something starts off common, like a legendary weapon, and they jack it up, it's like, what the fuck? Bro, it was common as hell. Why'd y'all make it more rare? See what I'm saying, right? It's all, most of the time people are always going to have that reaction. Even if you don't like think, even if you don't say it, a lot of people think it.
If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to go click on these other videos, man, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.